All right, what's the deal with these orbs? What does the government know that we don't? And what are they not telling us?
The orbs are beings. It's a created intelligent being that watches us, that monitors all life on this planet. That's what they do.
So that would be like the little humanoid beings that you saw 18 years ago tomorrow. Those are what come out of...
Yes. Yeah. And the
orbs.
cool thing is I have video of that. So nobody can tell me I'm not right about it. And everybody's wondering, how did you get into NASA? Why were you there? Why were you studying with them? What was their interest in me? Why did they need me? When I ask them, why do you need me? Why do you want me here? You've got rockets, you've got space shuttles, you've got satellites, you've got the space station, all the money and technology and telescopes in the world. And they're like, we know they like you and they communicate with you and they have nothing to do with us at all. And we'd like to know why, what it is they want, and why it is they're harassing their astronauts.
Harassing them.
Harassing them. So has any astronauts ever seen an orb? All of them.
No way.
All of them.
Really?
Yep.
So how do they see them? How do they appear to them?
They would appear outside the space shuttle, look in the windows at them, stand up over the shuttle bay or the space station, glowing. Sometimes there's a report of a half a dozen of them 125 feet tall with wings, standing there smiling at them.
Wow.
So for 18 years I never talked about this, and this is the first time publicly.
So we're talking about things that come out of the orbs.
Angels, angelic beings, created beings. They're made of energy, but in a ball of light. But out of that ball of light comes a glowing being. Sometimes they're 6, 7 feet tall or taller.
Or 125 feet tall.
Yep.
I don't want to go way down the alien abduction rabbit hole here, but the Greys, and I'm going to tell you this, matter of factly, the Greys are real. 100% real.
I mean, thousands of people have seen them.
Yes, many, many people have encountered them. I have friends who have encountered the Greys. One of my friends actually reached out and strangled one until she was deactivated.
Oh my gosh.
The Gray aliens are real. Now, what exactly they are, there's a lot of speculation out there. Most of what we know about Gray aliens comes from the alien abduction material. This is not fiction. There's a body of evidence that you could prove a case in court with. It's got physical evidence, anecdotal evidence, proof associated with alien abduction that is undeniable. So gray aliens are real, and there's a lot we could say about that. By the way, David Grush said as much in his testimony, that biologicals have been recovered, non-human biologicals. We're talking about gray aliens here. That's the primary group that's operating in our airspace. It's not the only group.
Bro, deactivated is a crazy way to say unalived. Strangled an alien until he deactivated it. You can deactivate these nuts, baby. Let's go.
People think I'm talking about aliens like the aliens they see in the movies on TV. No, my friends. That's pure conditioning. You've been trained, yes, trained, to fear the unknown, to picture aliens as monsters or invaders ready to destroy. But that's just a story, a carefully crafted illusion. What they don't want you to know? The real aliens, the ones actually here, they look just like you and me. Not all of them, mind you, but a majority. A majority of these so-called aliens, or people who aren't from this world, look so human. You could be sitting right next to one on a plane, or in line at the grocery store, or even having a casual conversation in the park, and you'd never know. You'd never know you were speaking to someone not born on this planet. Now let me be perfectly clear. This is not some wild theory. This information came straight from a former NATO officer, someone with cosmic clearance, above top secret. You weren't supposed to know this, but here it is. These people, these visitors have been here all along, hiding in plain sight. But they don't want you to realize this. They'd rather you imagine aliens with laser guns, monsters who eat babies. Hollywood wants to keep you afraid, but that's all smoke and mirrors. The real aliens, they're already here, and they always have been.
So the aliens are here and they haven't hurt us yet. Maybe they're super chill. Maybe they're just trying to make us fear aliens. So when they, release Project Bluebeam, we'll be afraid and then we'll bend the knee and do what they tell us to do so we can feel safe, under the guise of their protection, under this fabricated worldwide threat from some unknown distant alien species. But I don't know, man. I've met some weird motherfuckers that I'm pretty sure were aliens. Something's definitely off about them. They could just be autistic and just socially awkward. That's probably what it is. Now I just sound like an asshole.
They mentally, telepathically engaged with whatever this intelligence was. What did they tell you about it?
Well, that they refer to it as a they in a very spiritual nature, something like angels and demons, Let's say there's certainly good energies and bad energies, but it's talked of in a very nebulous way like this, because no one really knows what it is. No one, especially on the psionic side, we're still trying to figure that out. We're still trying to figure.
It's an interesting thing to say. I don't like the way you use the word angel, though. Angels do not need to appear before us and be like, believe in us. That just contradicts free will. God doesn't have to prove himself to us. It's the other way around. We have to prove ourselves to him. But either way, this guy's big on UFOs, knows his things. And he is referring to these beings as demons. That's the key word.
There is a secret book that was withheld from the Bible called the Book of Enoch. So this book explains that a group of people came here from somewhere else with advanced technology, and that they did in fact set up control systems here on Earth. The Book of Enoch is a predecessor to Genesis, which also has Noah's Ark and the flood. In fact, Enoch is Noah's grandfather. So what appears to have happened is that this Atlantean flood wiped out the civilization of Atlantis because Atlantis was a colony. It was a vast civilization that had transplanted itself here. And when they came here, they brought with themselves all of their books, all of their ancient texts that go back 500,000 years. Those texts were stored in the Library of Alexandria in Egypt, because some of these people did survive the flood. And then the Romans sacked and burned the Library of Alexandria, but before they burned it, they took out all the good stuff and they relocated it to the Vatican Library. So I have insiders who have actually sat down with me and described to me going into the Vatican Library and reading books that were made by extraterrestrial civilizations before they ever came here. So you have to understand now that the repository of these documents is in the Vatican. Therefore, there are people who are on a need-to-know basis who actually have access to that knowledge.
All right, so what happened then? What's going on? Are they demons? Are they aliens? Are they humans from the past? Humans from the future? Is it all fake and just a government conspiracy to control us via Project Bluebeam? Are there lizard people running Hollywood? There's so much different all over the place. I don't have a clue what is actually what's real. Do you have a better idea of what is real? Like the real story? Everything's so conflicting. I don't know. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Like the video, comment below, let me know what you want to see in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't. And click the link in the description to check out this super dope merch. It's the sickest merch on YouTube. I'm biased, but it is pretty dope.